What's up, my people? Happy Thursday, folks. So, getting right into this Days of Our Lives review. So, could Doug and Holly be a super couple? Now, those that watch my streams or my past videos know I'm not too fond of Holly. But I'm not gonna lie, I saw some major chemistry between her and Doug today. Like, she saw him get beat up like he was yesterday. We all know which I'm still absolutely outraged by. It was unacceptable behavior for what they did. I hope those thugs are found and brought and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. You do not go around assaulting a good man like Doug. That is unacceptable. So I want them punished severely with a harsh prison sentence. He might have, because it was revealed today, he might even have broken ribs. But Sarah can't tell without an X-ray. But my boy don't have no insurance. And Holly brought up a really good fact about that the hospital charges at least $100 for an aspirin. I'm like, boy, that is so true, girl. For real, healthcare in America, that is one top really relevant topic that they brought that up. But he didn't want to call the police though because he don't need his secrets coming out and whatever he did. So he's like, nah. So she just took him, like I said, she took him to Sarah. But they told Sarah that she called the police. But she didn't. But Holly's like, okay, I covered with Sarah for you, but you need to tell me the truth. What's happening? But she when she took his shirt off, she was like, you could tell she was ready. They had that little music in the background. She was ready for it right then and there. Tate called her. She said click with no hesitation because she was looking at Doug without her shirt on. I'm like, okay, Holly, you should dump Tate because Tate just ain't worth it. Because I'll talk about Tate and Queen Sophia. Um, they were just having a conversation saying, oh, yeah, she's disappointed that her controlling mother won't let her have the abortion because she's so pro life. And um, Tate is like, there's another option around that. We can give the baby up for adoption. Sophia at first was like, my mom is never going to allow that because she's so controlling. She'll probably raise the baby herself before she allows me to give her for adoption. Because Amy's the type that will try to control every aspect of her life. I'm like, to be fair, though, I got to give a shout out to Albert. He brought that perspective last night. What Amy's doing is holding Sophia accountable. Sophia, you were out there throwing yourself at Tate, because I remember throughout the last summer, you were teasing Holly about not having sex with Tate yet. But you know how your mother is. I'm just saying, but you acting like you're willing to throw it out loose, be all loose and stuff. But Holly and Tate decided to wait to have sex, but you couldn't. You were throwing yourself at him all summer long. So let me not act like that didn't happen, because it did happen. You were throwing yourself at him, talking about how you are sexually advanced and whatever, knowing you have that shook mama at home. So you brought some of this headache on yourself too. So I got to call it like it is. So shout out to Albert. He's right about that. Amy Choi has a point to have her foot on Sophia's neck on that point. But as far as everything else, I still feel like Amy she got some skeletons in her own closet. Who is she to judge everybody? That's what I just feel like she comes across as very judgmental. And I feel like she'll be like that with anybody, not just her child or Tate or whatever. Like it's anybody, she'll jump down their throat. She's that type of chick. And until I get proof otherwise, that's going to be my assumption of Amy, and I'm not going to like her until they flush her out. But the actress is cute though. But yeah, but back to the actual episode, Tate was trying to convince Sophia to give the baby up for adoption, and then she somewhat agreed to it. But you could tell she's uncomfortable with that. But she probably just said that to appease Tate. I'm like, Tate, the girl's not giving up the baby for adoption. Because first of all, why would she? That'd just be stupid. Sophia is a contract player now. They got to make her important, so of course she's gonna have this baby. Um, Otherwise, what would be the point of the Sophia character without this baby? She needed some tie into the show. I mean, and that's the way to make it happen. But Tate agreed to go with her to the appointment, so she's happy about that. I'm like, okay. After she asked, he said he kept reassuring her that she doesn't have to thank him for everything. She doesn't have to thank him for anything. I'm like, she really shouldn't. You just can't wait to go to get rid of this baby, so because you're still all about Holly. It's not even about your future or whatever. You're just more all about Holly. It's like very immature. Like, you should have thought about that before you slept with Sophia. So that is what you should have thought about. Tate. But like I said, but moving on from that, let's talk about Brady and Kristen. They were talking about Rachel. So Brady came up in there. He was Brady the 4, who will never ever ever be anything more, started accusing Kristen, talk about that text message from Ava. And Kristen's like, first of all, Brady, that wasn't even me. It was Rachel. And he's like, he took 5 seconds to say, it's your fault, Kristen. See, she's doing that because of you, and blah 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 blah. Because that's the way that you and EJ and all them other ones operate. So that is why she's doing that, and blah 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 blah. And then Kristen wanted to play the blame game too, type of, oh no, because this is why Tate and Rachel are so messed up. It's because of your fault and your parenting and blah 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 blah. Because you want to be with these girlfriends with your mob princess girlfriend. Type of, oh, she's not in the mob no more. I mean, she might as well be back in the mob. What? And she's like, no, my kids are always a priority. And then Brady was like, you know what? We need to stop this, Kristen. We need to stop this. We got to stop this, okay? We can't let Rachel grow up to be like either one of us. I want Rachel to be a better person, don't you? She said, yeah. And then Brady recommended taking Rachel to therapy, which, girl, we all know she needed. But Kristen's like, no, I'm not going to let her be with Marlena or whoever Marlena recommends so you could turn her against me. He's like, Kristen, why don't you stop being like this? This ain't all about you. Like, come on. Let's get Rachel some damn therapy. Like, please, we got to find a way to get along. So then, at the end, Kristen agreed to it. I'm like, good. They need to hold themselves accountable and be good parents. And Kristen, stop trying to get Brady so badly. You need to focus on keeping your own company. And on top of that, Brady is a 4 and will never, ever be anything more. So, please. I'm just saying, move on with your life, Kristen. There's got to be another man out there for you somewhere. You'll find one. But, because you two are the definition of toxic together. Now, Xander and Phillip were talking because Xander wanted to... First of all, they had some petty-ass dispute over the Victor's chair in the office. He's like, no, get out of my chair. No, I visited my father in here. He said, Xander's like, yo, it's our father. And they resolved that by putting 2 chairs into that same office. So, and then Xander was like, look, I want to take over Dimera Enterprises. Now that Kristen's in charge, the company's all extra vulnerable. I want to step in and take over that. And Phillip was like, nah, I don't want to do that because, first of all, she's Kristen freaking Dimera. You know how vindictive she is. She's smart, she's vindictive, she's crafty, she's like, whatever. Oh, I'm not intimidated by that woman. He's like, well, you should be. So, no, we're not letting this happen. It's just not going down like that. And Xander got all mad, puffing his chest. Because Phillip blocked that deal. And I personally, I agree with Phillip, though. Like, why do a stupid hostile takeover that you know is just going to cause you nothing but headaches with the Dimeras? Like, okay, I get why Xander's not intimidating necessarily. He's just as ruthless and morally corrupt as she is, but like, it's not really worth it. Why don't you focus on what y'all doing right now and trying to find other ways to make the company profitable? Continue to be more and more. You're already profitable, both of y'all. Just about ego. But then again, Kristen wanted to do the same thing a few months ago, so I could see Xander's point on that too, but I side with Phillip. Now, however, Sarah and Stephanie were talking, basically having a filler conversation, though. He was like, oh yeah, but they were hoping that Phillip and Xander could get along. That ain't happening. Um, but like I said, then Sarah and Stephanie got interrupted um, by Holly and Doug. I already spoke about that. And then, but at the tail end of this episode, they started talking about how Phillip was on the phone and he was talking to his mother, Kate. Yeah, Phillip was talking to Kate, and he said that he was saying how Xander's never gonna find out about the forged letter, but Stephanie done overheard. So Stephanie's gonna be pissed because she helped him with that letter. So she helped him promote that with the PR and all that stuff. So Stephanie's going to be mad as hell. She overheard Phillip spilling the tea. So Stephanie, she is not gonna be happy about that at all. Not one bit. I don't blame her for that, but I'm hoping she can find a way to move past it. But we all know she probably want to go back to Alex anyway, so bye. I'm just saying. I like Stephanie, but she ain't nothing that special, Phillip. You better move on if she want to do that, but you better just hope she agrees to keep her mouth shut. But yeah. But back to my earlier question, did anybody else see the major chemistry sparking between Doug and Holly? I saw sparks flying. I know she couldn't wait to take those. I know she wanted to take those pants off too. I know she wanted to. I'm like, I don't blame her. I would choose Doug over Tate every day, twice on Sunday. So I am not mad at that girl for that. But that was my main thoughts of today's episode. I thought this was a good episode. Very talkable episode. It was watchable. So hit that comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Hit that like button that helps keep this momentum growing in this channel. And also come to the live stream. Should be at 9:30 or 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll be posting in my community tab where I talk about Days of Our Lives, Young and the Restless, Ball in the Beautiful and General Hospital. And I also do I will be posting out a member shout out video shortly. So be on the lookout for that for my members. And if you want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month, where we do weekly live streams and we discuss. We do I do a poll every Sunday morning where the majority, whoever wins the majority of that poll, is the character that the member stream topic starts with. So that's a really nice feature. It's a way I show appreciation to my audience and that you guys do have a voice in how this channel is operated. So that's a nice perk of the membership. But yeah, but like I said, I'll see you all in my live stream and member shout out video later. Have a great day. Peace.